Why I had to come up with this on the first day of 2025, because you need to be updated on so many things about real estate. If you have any real estate in Nigeria, or you're about to get any real estate in Nigeria, I'll be sharing some major information you should be aware of, and locations you should be aware of, and then what to do and what not to do. So if you're an investor, I think this video is not what you should skip, or you should sit to watch it to the end. Well, if you don't know me, my name is Anne, and over the years, I've been able to guide thousands of clients on some of the best real estate investments they can fix in their funds. And this is a live video. So if you're just tuning in, please tell us where you're tuning in from. And do not forget to also drop your questions after this video. Now, let's dive into this. About 2 years ago, the government came up with a lot of uh, changes in the processes of how you get your land, how you do your search, and so many other things that you might not get to hear. But today in this video, I think you're going to be hearing a bit. And I also encourage you that if you haven't been watching the HTH Talk Room videos, please take time to be watching them. I think we are going to be kicking up again in January, and I'm encouraging you to please go there and be watching the videos constantly so that you get updated on the real estate market and so many things you need to know. Now, let's talk about this. The first thing I want to talk about is your land document. What document does your property have? And what are the things that you should not do as a real estate buyer? If you have ever thought of buying real estate, or you have a real estate in Nigeria, please ensure that you know what documents the land you are buying has, because there are so many documents a property might have that you might not even be aware of. So when you are verifying land, it doesn't stop you verifying, okay, the land proper. When I mean land proper, you might also want to confirm if it's free from community issues. So these are some of the things you need to be aware of as a real estate buyer that you might not even take note of. So that's one. Second one, I want to talk about is security. I hear some people tell me that I live on the mainland for years. Island is water. In 2024, I can happily tell you that island was not flooded, but mainland was flooded. Now, why did this happen? Because government is actually ensuring that they are taking all the precaution that happened previously on the island and create a lot of drainages. In fact, they're actually bringing down houses that are blocking drainages. So they are breaking houses that are blocking drainages, they are demolishing, let me call it that way. And then they are ensuring that there are proper drainages on the island. So when we talk about security, in terms of who is safe from anything that is not okay, yes, the island is the safest. I give it 100%. And I mean it. I give it 100%. Island is very, very safe. Don't let anybody deceive you. If you have not been in Nigeria for the past 3 years, 5 years, please don't let anybody tell, even 10 years, don't let anybody cajole you to go and stay on the mainland. We have people who even say, oh, they don't want to miss their flight, but they want to travel, because the airport is still on the mainland. And you say you want to go and sleep on the mainland. Please sleep on the island. When it's time, you can be ahead of time and then meet up at the airport with your flight. Okay, so because the island government has done a very good job on the island when it comes to drainages, when it comes to security, and security is paramount, especially those in diaspora. Even if you're in Nigeria, security of where you live is paramount. Okay, so let me now come and tell you a little story about a client. A client of mine called me and said, you know what, I built a house. Okay, I built a house worth almost 80 million naira. Okay, around somewhere within Lagos on the mainland, but I can't live there. And I asked him something. I said, why? He said, because the location, robbers always come, to disturb them and so many other things. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't know that, but I can tell you that the island is safer. So if you're thinking of security, I think you should be thinking of island first. No matter where you are in the world, never ever tell me you are scared of this island water, because nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. 20 years ago, a lot of people were scared of island. They never came here, and they missed great opportunities of getting plot of land in Lekki for 2 million naira. These are untold stories nobody will tell you. These are untold stories in the Nigerian real estate nobody will tell you. A client of mine approached me one day and said, you know what? Do you know they proposed Lekki phase one, you know, today to me for 2 million naira. That's about let's say 20 million naira now. Or let's say even if it's 200 million naira now, and you can't even get the 200 million naira. Yes, you can't get 200 million naira land in Lekki phase one. In fact, if you see, run away. Yeah. So you have to understand the need of getting plots of land, safe properties, acres of land, recommended though on the island. You need to see need for this, because if you do, you would definitely not get it wrong. You will definitely appreciate it after some years. So I'm really keen on giving you some untold stories you might not have heard anywhere. Okay, that's two. The third one I like to share with you is to know the difference between investment land and buy and build land. We have two kinds of land. Okay, let me come again. Maybe you didn't get that. We have two kinds of land. That's the third one we're going to talk about today. And then, so people will tell you that, oh, I bought a land 2 million naira and I want to build today. No, it's an investment land. You build when that location start developing. Don't ever let anybody deceive you. All my clients that buy properties, I always explain this to them. This one is a long-term land. It's not something you can just wake up and start going to build. Would you build a house in the bush? Would you build a house in where there is not developed yet? It's gradually to be developing. Once the road network are being done, you can now start building. You even be happy going to that site. You want to send people that are not, they should go to the bush, and who will even enter for you? When they go once, try, they'll tell you, okay, I don't drop this job. So you have to understand the buy and build land and then the land for investment. So if nobody's telling you, you need to come back to this video. So I would advise you, save this video, okay? If this video is not talking because I'm on mic, please do let me know. I can actually switch the mic. But if it's talking, you can drop, I can hear you. So I will know very well that you can hear me. Please kindly drop that. I can hear you. So when you have land that is for investment, is always way cheaper, and then you can buy it and keep it for a long time. Then when you're telling me, and I want to build immediately or next year or next 2 years, I would definitely encourage you to go for a buy and build land, something you can buy and build. And when you buy and build, you make you make your mind to be at rest. Don't go and be looking for land in Lekki for 2 million naira. This story I told you was a long time ago, because it doesn't exist in Lekki phase one again. So you need to be aware that these things are just what it is. That's the third one we're looking at. The fourth one that I want to really talk about is pricing. Some land are actually overpriced. I can agree with you. Some land are valued and priced the way they are. Honestly, when you check the surroundings, you check the location, you will know why it is that pricey. And the price is not going to stop there. It's still going to be increasing. These are some untold stories you should be aware of. And then when you see a land or a house that you like, and you have the funds, and you've done your due diligence and everything, and you miss that kind of house. We've had cases where clients do not even get that same price anymore because they actually delayed to make a decision on that particular house or land. So I'm giving you a very candid advice so that you'll be aware of when you get a land or a house you want to get. The pricing, after checking on the pricing, if it's something you can negotiate, then you negotiate. Some you can negotiate, some it's fixed. The owner just want to sell it that price and they are rigid about it. But if you know that it will favor you, I think the next thing you should do for yourself is to just go for it so that you put your mind at rest. And when you do that, you would also be happy that you did not miss out. And because if you had missed out, there's high tendency you might buy it higher later. So that's the fourth one. Now let's go to the fifth one, which is another most interesting part a lot of people do not look out for. When you're buying a house in Nigeria, when you're buying a house in Nigeria, my God, and you do not go there to check, you only send your brother who is after just the money, or the realtor who is after just the money, you are going to burn your fingers. Because there are better ways to do this, and all you need to do is to ensure that you have a visual inspection. If you're not on ground, make sure you have a concrete visual inspection, checking everything in the house. Check the surroundings. If it's what you like, go. If it's a duplex, go up to the duplex, check it if it's what you like. Okay, check everything. Check the water, check the lights, check everything that you think you really need about this particular location. Honestly, you would thank me after this video. If you don't know, this video is under hearttohearttv. I'm sure you come back and say, "And thank you for giving me this." And this video will be stored under the playlist HTH Real Estate Masterclass, which is where we give free tips to clients, to investors, to prospects, and they know one or two about real estate. You see, these things I'm giving to you is just a tip of an iceberg. I have a lot to load you, which you'll be getting on HTH Talk Room. If it does, remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Remember to drop your comment. A lot to give to you about untold stories of real estate in Nigeria. It's no joke. You have to be aware, you have to be at alert. And I want to encourage you to follow us on all of our social media platforms, and also share this video so that one or two persons can learn from this. Yeah. Bye. And if you have questions, drop them below or send it to us on WhatsApp on +234 81223 45752. We'll surely send you a response immediately. Anyway, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.